Ah, good morning. The time for another CIA report. All right. How am I going to go with this? This is a toughie because now I'm looking at now that they've taken Van Jones out, and righteously so, because the environmentalists are putting a hold on our drilling for oil, which is a necessity. Now, the reason why they're keeping us from drilling for oil is because that's what gives government a chance to control you. So we do need to drill for oil. We need kind of like an independent type of person that's running the environmentalists, because the environmentalists will not let you drill. And that's what we have to do. Drill for oil, mine for coal. But they're going to come and they're going to use all kinds of things like little fish, just Mustangs on a ranch, to save the Mustang. Yes, I smoke, right? They're going to do all these things, all right, to keep us from drilling oil. And then when the price of oil goes up to $400 a barrel because of an outbreak in the Middle East, we're all screwed, right? The only place we're going to be able to go is Russia, get it for $400 a barrel. I don't think we can afford that the way our economy's going right now. We must drill for oil. And who's keeping us from all this? Let's go back to that little acorn picture. And let's see. Who can we charge for sedition? Ah, I know. How about George Soros? I think the man ought to be brought up on charges of sedition as a fifth columnist, creating a fifth column in this country with all of his groups. A seditionist fifth column with all of his groups, including MoveOn.org. All right? These are all seditionists. The far left sedition that is trying to ruin this country, and it's all set up by George Soros. As a matter of fact, the president is his anointed one, his puppet. All right, and the president either does not realize he's a puppet to George Soros, or doesn't care. But as far as it goes, we need to actually file charges of fifth column sedition against George Soros, creating all these groups that are attendant to Acorn, all right, including AmeriCorps. You know all the George Soros groups. I think you do. Anyhow, I'm not going to go through it, but there's a bunch of groups, and he funds them all. And this goes all the way back to Syolinski, because when Communist Party fell here in this country many, many years ago, the only thing they had left in the 60s was the Syolinski brand of communism. Thank you, Glenn Beck. That forged its way forward to get us to where we are today, fighting for our freedom rather than our party. Fighting for our actual freedom against tyranny, oppressive tyranny of big government. If there's people that are depressed in this country today, it comes from oppression, and oppression comes from the far left. And we got to stop that. We got to kill it now. You think I'm kidding you? I'm not kidding. I wish there was a group of lawyers out there that would press forward charges of sedition and the growth of a fifth column that's anti-American in this country. It's anti-free market. Do you realize that if we don't do this, it'll still grow? It doesn't matter what the president says on his speech on medical. Doesn't matter what. That was my dog. He got in the way there. We had to get rid of him. Put that baby to sleep, you know. No, actually, if we don't do something about it, we're going to be in bad shape. We're leaving hooks that these progressives can attach onto later on. If there's a trigger point in the president's speech on medical, you know, when he gives it, if there's a trigger system, that's just a hook for the progressives to add on everything they want to get a public system. Can't do it. Don't even go for it. No triggers. Now, the system I created and recommended a couple stories back, you know what it is. The position-directed system could also be attached to oil. I mean, let's face it, we can get something in that position-directed system that will be helping to drill for oil and getting a kickback percentage, say 10% of the oil, for investing in companies that will drill off our own shores and bring cheaper prices to the people of America first, and then sell any reserves afterwards. We have to keep our oil energy prices cheap while we're creating new green energies. And that's why I say we need an independent in the office of Van Jones. And we don't even need czars. Let's get rid of czars. We just need independence in the EPA. People that are not directed by one side or the other, that are kind of wishy-washy in the middle and listen to what the needs of the people are, not what the needs of the party is. These left-wing environmentalists, they only care about power, gaining it, and creating a huge centralized socio-fascist government. Get it straight, people. Get it straight and then get rid of them. Put them out of office. Take back the country. Take back your freedom. Take back the free market. This is your chance. This is your only chance. And if you give them hooks to work off of, you're fools, because that's what they've been doing since the 60s. Even earlier, the 30s, with Roosevelt. Just a little hook here, another 5-year plan, another 5-year Marxist plan, a little hook here, a little hook there. Let's just build it slowly, build this infrastructure that will work against the free market. A little hook here, a little hook there, until we're all one big fish on a hook. And we're pulled out of the water of the free market for the dinner plate. All right. Let's go after George Soros, the seditionist. This is Michael Sklar reporting your certifiably insane American report from Oak Park, Michigan, and have a nice day.